Oh, let me play this and then we'll get started. Got to play the trailer.
He took at least 9 that we know about. And I'm not speculating because he told this to me himself.
Is what?
I said Malcolm alleged that some of Elijah's women were underage secretaries. And can you expound on that?
Yeah, well, I guess they were because they were there. I seen them. I seen them myself. It's all true.
Good evening, messenger. You convinced us that you were the last messenger. How many other bastard children do you have?
Any award? I'm looking at that damn. We won a lot of awards, man. Shout out to 9 Wives, man, and my Cricut camera, but we gonna make it do what it do. Finally got it. Make sure you guys go to Silent Hero Films, man. Finally got a chance to break down this Chicago incident, man. First, I'm gonna start off by saying I'm gonna get into the literal stuff, things that I think that should never happen. Dre knew nothing about it. Dre doesn't have social media or anything like that. And she was upstairs. Not that y'all need the visual, but anyways. So, and I said, Dre, have you ever been to a fast food restaurant? And she said, McDonald's. You know what I mean? Like every blue moon, the kids get, they like the Happy Meals, you know. So when we're rushing and in between stuff and we moving and shaking, she'll grab them Happy Meals. And it's always through drive-through, obviously, because you got to take the kids. You got the kids, and that's what drive-through was created for. And then I says, Dre, have you ever gone to the store at night? I can't remember. And it may have happened. It may not have happened. But we were struggling trying to figure out, has Dre ever gone to anywhere in the evening by herself with the kids? Whether it be Walmart, Target, anything. We were struggling, dog. I couldn't think of anything. And that leaves me. And then for the holidays, I didn't let Dre go shopping. No, man, we ain't dealing with them people, man. We don't know what the hell is going on. Stay out of the way. Robberies are up, you know. So I said, no, you order through Amazon. I don't want you in these stores. I don't want you walking through the parking lot. I don't want you with the kids. And that's the truth. I said all that to say it was 11 o'clock at night. Why is a mother and the son going to a fast food restaurant with a 14-year-old son? You know, I'll say this, part of having a man in your life is him being a visionary. And part of him being a visionary is keeping you out of harm's way. The term would be proactive. The term would be, instead of reactive, I would never allow Dre. Matter of fact, I'm not going to the store at 11 o'clock at night. There are many times during the live, we used to go live during COVID. I wanted to leave the house and go to the store and go to 7-Eleven and grab a snack or 2 or 3 or 4, and I just didn't do it. And it just is what it is, man. I just think the lack of man in her life held her, made that decision. And 2, I was going to say, you never know who has a legal right to carry. That woman had a legal right to carry. That's why when you in these streets, your best decision is to de-escalate. Don't sit here trying to find a cure and you be the toughest, you be the baddest. Nah, don't be. de-escalate, get home, take it on the chin, and take your butt home. Now, let's get to where we at hand. I saw the 15-second clip, and that's what I'm going to go over. And I saw the clip in the parking lot, okay? First, I'm going to start by saying a lot of people were mad at the other men for not helping. I've transitioned with this thought. I was under the belief that, especially when I didn't have kids, you got to help all women under distress. No, you call 911. Because if you help a woman in that position, you have to be willing to fight to the death. Simple as that. And if you're not prepared to fight to the death, meaning you have a weapon on you to protect yourself, because in many cases, you're dealing with a high level of ignorance. I don't know on what party. It may be the woman, it may be the man, or it may be both. Call 911. Everything is captured on camera at this point. But you get home to your family. That is not cowardly, because if she is by herself at a fast food restaurant at 11 p.m., you got to respect her life decisions. You got to respect her choices. It was her choice. You know what I mean? It's similar to the woman that's pumping gas half naked at 1 o'clock in the morning, leaving the club. Yeah, you have every right to do it, but you should have made better decisions. I'm not against you. You have every right, but every man is not sane. You're at Arco 1 o'clock in the morning, pumping gas, leaving the club in Hollywood, half naked. We gotta make better decisions. It's like the police officer told me one time. He says, yeah, a man walking down the street 1 o'clock in the morning with $1 million on him, he's gonna get robbed. Is it a crime? Yeah, but he's gonna get robbed. And the point he made is you got to think everything through. In 2023 in Chicago, I can't afford to help a woman. I got to call 911, because you don't know to stand the ground. You got to know your stand your ground laws. You got to understand everything. He has to be a threat. He has to be facing you. He has to be coming towards you. There's so many different variables that you must, because the man may be a black belt and you just know how street fight. You just grew up fighting your cousins and fighting neighborhoods. You know what I mean? You just don't know at this day and age. And like I said, you don't know who has the right to carry or who's carrying illegally. In Chicago, you must make the assumption that everyone is carrying. I don't care what ethnicity you are, just because of the crime. So I'm not mad at the men who left. I'm not. Protect yourself, go home. What you're ordering isn't that important. You know what I mean? And the fact that she would risk her life at 11 p.m. shows you the decision she's made in her life to get to that point. Because if you're lying beside a man of any substance, will not say, hey, babe, can you go run down there and get me a cheeseburger with fries? No man would say that. No man. No, I don't know a man that would. Especially not with, what is that, Instacart and, the Uber Eats. Yeah. Pay the extra $13 or whatever it is to get Uber Eats. That's all I'm saying. So yeah, man, that's kind of where I'm at with that. And then The man hitting the woman. "100% wrong." I think the man got to be bigger in the situation, got to make better decisions. He said something that was so critical, which helped me understand his mindset. He said, "I put that on my grandmama." So that means he had no father, had no grandfather. He put it on his grandma, not on his kids. So that means the woman who raised him was probably his grandmother, and he's probably not in his kid's life. I'm just making these assumptions based off of how my mind would think. I put it on your grandma. She's either dead or she raised you. That's what I'm thinking. And then two, the woman got to realize it's 11 o'clock at night in Chicago. Why are you talking to a grown man 11 o'clock at night in Chicago? I'm a big picture guy. I see things from 50,000 feet. I'm sorry. That's just who I am. And I know people going to say, she has the right. Yeah, she has the right to do whatever she wants. And there's a cause and effect. You don't know how people are going to respond. I keep my mouth shut. Simple as that. And she chose not to keep her mouth shut. She didn't deserve it. But when you're dealing with an unknown volatile variable, that's where you're at. I don't condone it. I think what the man did was wrong. And I don't know his police record, but about how snappy he was, I'm willing to bet he had a record. He had a rap sheet. I'm willing to bet he's been to jail. The fact that he violently, viciously, continuously attacked her lets you know his mindset. Now, here's where it gets different. The son was in the car. She texted him. I'm just being literal. She has to know the gun laws. Right? Um um by no means would I put my child in that situation. I would just get my ass beat, walk to the car, nod it, call the police. You know what I mean? I'm taking that on the chin. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to compromise the freedom of my children. You understand what I'm saying? And matter of fact, it wouldn't even get to that point. As a matter of fact, I'm not even there. like you know what I mean? So I can't even put myself in those shoes because it wouldn't be me. Wouldn't be me. It's like it's 4:58 in the morning, and I really want to go running right now. But I gotta wait till the sun come up because it's like Animal Kingdom in my neighborhood at night. I don't know what animal's gonna be out there. It may just be raccoons. I may scare a skunk. I don't want to scare a skunk. It may just be possums. But there is that rare occasion where it will be a bear. And that rare occasion, she bumped into a bear. So that's where I'm at as it pertains to that. He's completely wrong. Now, the son did what any other son would do in that situation is take care of that. But the fact that there's no man in her house, I'm going off the assumption because you took the son with you. Not only did the father say, "Hey, go get me a cheeseburger and fries," but hey, take my 14-year-old son with you to protect you. Would never happen. Would never ever happen. Never. We're gonna be hungry. We're gonna go eat those Ritz crackers and cheese in the refrigerator. We're gonna make a grilled cheese sandwich. We're not leaving this house. We're gonna get some toast. We're gonna go eat those peanuts. You know what I mean? Like, we're not leaving this house at 11 o'clock at night. So I'm just basing off the assumption that the man is without father. So he is the man of the house. He's a 14-year-old man of the house, which shouldn't be the case. He should be the son in the house. And um it's he protected his mother. Simple as that. He protected his mother. Now, when the man went running, you gotta know the laws. Thank God it was on video. And as I said on my Instagram, no 12, you can't find 12 people in America that will convict this child and this woman. Because if you convict the woman, you got to convict the child. It was too complex. I don't know 12 people you could, 12 members of your peers. I don't know. So I knew they were going to get off. I'll say that. There's just no way, no how you can do this, So as I so I want that to be well understood. I knew that they were going to get off. You can't find 12 people in America to convict them. Somebody's a mother, somebody's a father, somebody lost a child, somebody has a great level of empathy for the 14-year-old kid that's never going to go to prom. And so it's just too complex. And so if he gets off, that means she has to get off, right? In most cases. So, but you got to know the laws, guys. The first thing I did when I bought this estate, I called the police station and I said, what constitutes self-defense? Is it coming through the gate or is it coming through my door? That's what I asked her. The first night I moved in this house, I said, hi, I'm a new person. I just bought the property on yada, yada, yada. I said, hey, can I speak to the watch commander? Man, it was a lady there. And I said, ma'am, I actually recorded the conversation so I can use it as evidence in court if it ever happens. No lie. I really, really did. And I said, what constitutes property? Because I have a door on my gate and I have a gate that opens. So I said, if they infringe on my door, can I protect myself? Or is it my front door? So that's me living in the state of California and me owning multiple guns. You get what I'm saying? So I had to really, really understand. And two, at some point you got to flee. The person is no longer a threat. You can't shoot someone from the back. Thank God. I'm not mad that I'll be honest. I'm not mad the man lost his life. I'm willing to bet that the man had a record. I don't know this to be true, but just how short-tempered he was and his continuance in wanting to assault the woman. You understand what I'm saying? And by the way, I find it very, very weird and very, very strange that this man is wrong, but Tank can choke a woman and he deserves a second chance. It's the same crime. It's assault. One just looks worse than the other. One is worse than the other, I will say, but it's still assault, public assault. Still should be a felony. You get what I'm saying? So, anyways, as I digress. But people will find a way to wiggle out of that. She shot him in the back, and then she told him to shoot the witness. You got to be disciplined. You got to know the laws. Now, if that wasn't recorded and just the external was recorded, it's a big difference in this case. Huge difference in this case, dog. She should be thankful that surveillance is there. saved their butt, saved both of their butts because they were in jail, $3 million bail. That tells you what was going to happen. But in 2023 in America with social media, no way you can find 12 people in the city of Chicago to convict them people. And the DA knew it. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of city's funding. And I know it sucks for the victim's family, but this is why on both ends of the spectrum, it's completely wrong being a short-tempered man in America and being an unprotected woman, an unmarried woman in America with kids. You gave up your womb without a ring, and you have no emotional discipline on the other side. Now look what that created. Finally, we got it right though. You know what I mean? Where the man, the aggressor, gets what he deserved. You know, it wasn't no double technical. It wasn't you get the second person. You know, and it also speaks to the case of a woman in America. You know what I mean? And it also speaks to the judicial system works. I just said that in my Riza Islam. The judicial system works. In most cases, it works. On social media, there is a percentage. I don't know what the percentage is, but I'm willing to bet over 80% is right in terms of the guilty innocent plea. I don't know about the time, but I'm willing to bet 80%. I don't care what color you are. 80% of cases in America is right. Here's the 20% case. I know it. Okay, 80%. I would say about 80%. And there are, I don't know about the over sentencing. I'm just talking about guilty versus innocent. Yeah, some people get overcharged, and I do get that. By no means am I omitting um the prejudices in our judicial system. By no means. And by that standard, I think we need to have a better character judicial system amongst ourselves and stop glorifying drugs and gangs and gangbangers and drug dealers and street culture. You get what I'm saying? So that's where we're at with this, man. And the man is dead. He assaulted the woman. That should be what happens. And that's where I'm at. She put her 14-year-old son in that position. A mother should never do that. She should have had her gun on her at 11 p.m. And it would have been a case of self-defense. He would have punched her. She would have went into her purse and he would have got shot in the stomach. Simple. It's really that simple. You chose to go to the restaurant at 11 p.m. at night. I don't even think Dre has ever left my house at 11 p.m. at night for anything. We haven't had a family emergency. We haven't had close to death situations or anything like that. Not to say we haven't had deaths, but you know what I mean, where mom or dad is sick at 11 p.m., car accidents. We haven't had that. In 23 years, we haven't had that. So we're fortunate in those regards. But outside of catastrophic events, Dre has never left my house. Not unless I'm taking her to the airport. That's it. That's it. No more, no less. So, that's it. That's all I could think of, man. And I think this is a black eye on the black culture in America, and especially in Chicago. Everything, the optics, Most things was wrong about this. You left your house at 11 p.m. You text your son and not your husband. The lack of emotional discipline on the male's part. You know, everything is wrong. The optics is terrible. It's terrible. Thank God for social media. Social media saved that 14-year-old kid's life. It's just what I believe, man. And um, fathers, women, stop having babies without a commitment from the man. Simple as that. Fellas, stop being emotionally undisciplined. We literally saw it cost a man his life. Even when you're the biggest and the baddest in the situation. That's why I'm so disciplined. I own guns. I'm disciplined. I don't go out. You've never seen me in an instance on social media in the middle of the street where I'm arguing, got road rage or anything like that. I bite my tongue. Don't get me wrong, I am human, but I do my best 98% of the time. You know what I'm saying? So y'all go ahead and have a great day, man. I just thought I'll bring this up, man, because it's so important that we have this disciplines, you know, and black men need to start holding black men accountable, man, because that's that street culture. You know that street culture that you publicize. Finally, he loses. You know what I mean? We had an instance here where they killed that rapper PNB Rock or something like that. God bless his soul. It was a father son combination. Now they both gonna do life in prison. So that's simply the case. So y'all go ahead and have a great day. The sun is about to come up, so it's now I can go run. It's 5:11. I've been sitting in this chair since what 3:31 doing videos, man. So I've been sitting here for over an hour. Pretty dope. So, anyways, man, y'all go ahead and have a great day. Barbershop Conversations, man. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. That's kind of where I'm at with it. Feel free to agree or disagree, but I'm very literal. I'm not compromising myself for anything. You know what I mean? If a woman goes and gets gas at 12 midnight and a man robs her, you got to assume he has a gun. At 11 o'clock at night, I'm in the fast food chain. I'm assuming that man that punches her has a gun. Just by his demeanor. I'm calling 911. Self-preservation is the law of the land, and that can be perceived as a coward move. But if I don't have a gun on me, if Frederick doesn't have his gun on him, and at 11 o'clock at night, if I'm ever out at 11 o'clock at night, you best believe I have something on me. But I'm not out at 11 o'clock at night. You know what I mean? It's weird now. Since COVID, has anyone else ever experienced this? Like, it's weird driving at night now for me. I'm just getting back to, and I don't drive far at night. You know, I'm coming back from Lincoln and now Kennedy's practices now, but it was a major adjustment because you guys know every night I had my show, right? So so because I had my show, I I didn't drive at night for 3 years. Basically 3 years I didn't drive at night. So now I'm finally adjusting, or I'm getting back acclimated to driving at night. It's weird to me, for real. So I know some of you guys may have had that experience, but yeah, man, you can't walk up to a guy at midnight and save a woman's life. Good luck. And if you do, by all accounts, man, you can call me the coward. I'll take it. I accept it. But I rather you call me a coward than my son saying rest in peace, dad. And I'm not fully prepared to defend myself and her. Simple as that. In 2023, I believe everybody got a gun. That's just my mindset. That's just what I believe. Guns are easy. Guns, what my guns cost $1,000, $1,500, and on the street you can get one for a couple hundred. Guns are so easy to come by, man. It's not even like socially like cool. I think it's just like having a car now. If you have a car, you have a gun. That's just what I believe, man. And as a gun owner, you think that. If you're not a gun owner, I think in many cases you don't have that mindset. So, anyways, man, the right man was killed. The 14-year-old of the mother wasn't killed, but the mother got to have a better degree of discernment. All right. And it almost failed her. Social media saved both their lives. I'm going to say that now, because if that video had gone into evidence with no social media, like 1999, that video would have came out 5 years later. Yeah, would have came out 5 years later, because the DA wants to seal that. Yes, it would have been sealed. I'm just telling y'all the realities of it, man. So there's a lot of cases where the DA done sealed the case, and the man is sitting in 25 and he's innocent, and he gets out, and next thing you know, he's getting $7 million for 25 years. Nah, you can keep that 7 million. Give me my 25 years. You know what I mean? So, anyways, man, I do believe that, and I think 20% is high. Y'all may disagree in the comment section. Put 50%, 40%. I don't live that life, so I'm not around guys that risk freedom. So in my daily life, I'm not dealing. I may have felons, right? I may have conversations with former felons and stuff like that, but I'm not. They're not a part of like my daily routine where I'm like, man, did you rob that dude? Did you get away? I don't really have those conversations. My thing is like, man, your son or daughter is getting better at basketball, man. It's beautiful to see y'all commitment, man. Keep coming, man. You know, keep it a buck. So I don't really have that in my life, but if I'm looking at it from 50,000 feet, I would say 20% of the judicial system made mistakes. If you think it's higher, that's fine. I'm not going to argue or disagree with you. That's of your belief, but you know. Anyways, man, y'all have a beautiful day. But yeah, man, everybody was wrong in this situation, because both of them should not have been put in that position if there was a man in the house. Simple as that. An upstanding man with character and integrity, the one that didn't raise the male perpetrator, and the man that's not in the household with that woman and his son. Barbershop Conversations, man. Feel free to hit the subscribe button, and make sure you guys go get 9 wine.
It's what?
I said Malcolm alleged that some of Elijah's women were underage secretaries, and can you expound on that?
Yeah, well, I guess they were, because they were there. I seen them. I seen them myself. It's all true. It's all true.
Good evening, messenger. You convinced us that you were the last messenger.